The Lord just told me time. I remember when one of my daughters, Gloria, asked me, Mommy, I'm doing the flyer. What am I writing? I said, right time. Then she wrote back and told me, Mommy, to communicate right, what time? What is it? I said, I didn't hear anything. The only thing I heard was time. And I can't add anything or subtract anything from it. The Lord told me time. Go talk about time. He didn't add it. Gloria was like, Mommy, I said, just do as the Lord tells me to do. Just do it that way. Time. Time. Every minute of it is being recorded. Everything you do with your time is being recorded. Times have changed and times are changing. Jehovah will help us. Time. There are times you have the strength to insult somebody. Sometimes some people come to your page, and I remember one person on YouTube said, you were a senseless woman. And I said, wow, God bless you for that. I don't need to have the worldly sense. I am a senseless woman when it comes to the world. You can insult me all you want. But I thank God that I got people like you to say you were senseless, because the kind of things you people know, I don't know them. The kind of things I know, it is senseless to the world. It proves that whatever the Bible has said is true. That the things of God is foolishness to the world. But time will tell at the right time. Time will tell. Whatever you do today, whatever you are saying today, whatever goes around you today, time is taking notice. Time. Time. There is a time a man will be born, a time a man will die. There is a time to cry and a time to be happy. That days that I remember when David was being tormented and being afflicted by his own son and the people he trusted. His own right-hand man stood against him and joined hands together with his own black son. David said, no, I'm going back to where God called. I'm going to the mountains to speak to God. I'm going to pray to God. I'm going to have a communication with the one. You see, if a man calls you, you answer to a man. But if God is the one that called you, you don't answer to any man, you answer to God. So in your time of difficulty, who do you call? Who do you cry to? Are you seeking the face of man, getting to get the sympathy of men? You want men to understand you. They cannot understand because they were not the one, or they are not the one that called you. David said, I was in the bush when you, Jehovah, called me back home, anointed me to take over. You understand? David said, I was in the bush. Listen, anything you are doing today that you think, oh, we are on top of the world, we can do better than what you do. But listen, some of us we've been sold for God. So if we are not doing what you are doing, it doesn't mean that you are better than us. No, you are not. You are not even an inch. But we have sold it for Christ because we realize it is nothing to live for. David got to a point when he realized that the world was coming against him. He climbed the mountain. When he was climbing the mountains, he got somebody to insult him. He got somebody to afflict him. One thing I love, 2 Corinthians chapter 12, he says something. I rejoice in my affliction. I rejoice in my insult. Read 2 Corinthians chapter 12. I rejoice. He said, the Lord, that's one thing that I prayed 3 times to God to take a thorn out of my body. But Jehovah told me, my grace is sufficient. My grace is sufficient. So I rejoice in my affliction. I rejoice in my insult. I rejoice in whatever man does to bring me down. I rejoice. Do you know why? Because when I am being pressed down, that is when I'm being lifted by God. Time will tell. Time. Today you are strong enough. Today you got the money. Today you get a connection. Today you have the right to do whatever you want to do. Time will tell. Time. Time will expose some people. Time at the right time. At the right time when you are sick on that bed. At the right time when you are locked somewhere and you need God alone to help you. Time will tell you. You will go back to the days that you thought nobody was a nobody. Time. Time will be a judgment to all of us. Time. Time. Time will tell. That is why we have generations where young people don't want to go through the process of time to become better people, but they want to jump over the time to make wealth. You cannot jump over time. You cannot. You cannot be too wiser than God. You cannot. Yes, maybe you don't believe in God. There are some of you that I don't even know how old you are. Some of you, I don't know what you have gained in life. I don't know what you have that somebody doesn't have. I don't know what you have been able to do on this earth that somebody has not done. That you think there is no God. You think you have the right. You think you are better to open your mouth to insult. Open your mouth to belittle the power of God. It is okay. Time will tell. Time. Time. My beautiful girl. Time will tell. My Mr. Handsome. Time. Time. Everything works with time. Today you are fresh, but go check your grandmother. Things have changed. But in her days, she was enjoying her time. Today, it is no more her time. My dear, no matter what you do, the days are passing. What I'm scared is what you did with your time. This generation, we see young guys killing their fellow friend for money rituals. There are things happening. It's just that some of you don't hear them. There are things. Go and see young girls on the streets, my dear. Go and see young girls, 12, 13, 14, in the ghettos. They are doing drugs. Go and see 15, 16 years who have kids already, and they threw their kids away because they are too much into drugs and they don't even know who they are again. They put them in the gutters and the dustbins, and people go pick them whilst they are dead. Time. If you are privileged today, I want to speak to everybody, man of God, woman of God, media, whoever you are. Let me tell you this. Time. Go to Peace FM. Go to YouTube and get Akoshia and the people that read news at 6 a.m. on TV. That needs to be live on TV, 6 a.m. Young women that are always running because they don't. If you are late, you go with time. Even with men, when you go to the office, you report the time you came and the time you're leaving. For management's sake, if you don't go to work the time that is being given, the company can suck you out of that because they think you're not serious. If time is important to men, what about God? A man has designed in his own office or company that you cannot report the time you want. You must report the time given to the company. Ask the bankers the time they need to report. I used to pray with one of the banks in Laboni. You know what? You can't be late. Before 8, they are all there. Women, men, running helter-skelter to be there. Because a time has been given to them, and if you mess up with the time, you lose your job. Yeah. What about us Christians? Have you thought about it? What about you, man or woman, that you are slaying today? That you have got the money, You got the platform. You have the right to insult. You have the right to open your mouth, to disrespect. You have the right to mock and do everything. It is your right. It is your time. But bear in mind, every time that has been given unto you, you will be accountable to the time given to you. The time you have been given, you'll be accountable to it. So continue wasting your time, destroying people, wasting your time, destroying people. It's not for you to use your time. Use your time. Make it work, because you will be accountable. You paid people to destroy people. It is being recorded. You don't know. The time you are wasting, sleeping around, wasting, destroying, resting, going to places you shouldn't go, it's being recorded. Your time. My dear, time is of essence. Time. Remember when Corona came, the president says giving 2 hours. If you go against it and you are being caught, they can persecute you. Time. You can't go to the embassy when you're being given time. And you think, oh, I don't care, I can go anytime. You know how important it is that people can even wake up as early as 12 a.m., 1 a.m., go sleep at the embassy. Some people sleep there overnight because they don't want to miss their time. What about Christ? You don't want to miss the time of your visa. But do you want to miss your time of judgment? I wonder. When you're angry, be careful what you use your time for. And when you are happy, be careful. Man of God, you have been called. Woman of God, you have been called. You have a mandate. My dear, my sister, my mother, my brother, you have a mandate given to you. Everybody has got a time marking you. You see, when a child is born, the doctors, even in your files in the hospital, the time the baby came out is being recorded. The day you will die in the hospital, the time is being recorded. Jeanette, God bless you. It's being recorded. Have you thought about it? Why would the doctors record? When the baby comes out, it's being recorded. The moment the baby comes out, they check the time and say, oh, what time? Then they'll record it and say the baby came 6:45. And the day you will die, they will check the time. Time of death, doctors recorded. You think it is just for the sake of recording? No, it is already ordained in heaven. It's a principle that is in heaven. And men have taken it. Time. Time. So you waste your time and pick a phone, and 31 hours, 3 hours, you can be on social media, entertaining yourself with things that will not matter. Insult, disgrace, things like that doesn't connect you to God. People are happy to destroy people. Why are we wasting the time? No, you're wasting time to come to my page to insult me. It doesn't do anything to me, but I'm scared for your future, because I may not say anything, but God will curse you for it. I have no power to do anything. My case, anybody that is against me, you are against God. That is me. I am not God. I am human, but I have my covenant with God that as far as I am living, Jehovah, help me not to make them. Help me. I make my mistakes. Yes, I do. But please, it is not for you to come. Because have you checked your own? Have you worked on yourself? We all don't have time. You stand, I stand. Let's do it together. Let's build ourselves. When I fall, pick me up. When you fall, let me pick you up, because we have no time to waste. We are being recorded every minute of our time. So why don't you use your time? If I am falling, pray for me. If you're falling, let me pray for you. Lift ourselves up together. But what do? People are happy to. That's why when I see people on my page, and when I go to their profile and see the kind of people they are, I keep on asking myself, your time is being wasted. I am also wasting my own. My dear, let's buckle up. We have a lot to do, because when you look at some of the people that come and insult, they are nobody. They are nothing. As we are all nobody. Because, my dear, the day you will die, you will realize that we are useless. When our souls is being taken away from us, my dear, we are nobody. Let's calm down. When the day you be born, somebody will bath you, and the day you will die, somebody will bath you naked. Oh yes. Oh yes. When you're born, you're naked, you came with nothing, and you get the nurse or the doctor to bath and wash you. And the day you will die, you still get somebody to wash you off in your nakedness. Have you thought about it? What are you fighting for? So look at this boys. This boys that thought that it was their time to kill somebody to make money. Why? Who convinced them? Who told them? Did the person that talked to them, did the person check their age? Did the person check whether it is their time to get the things they are looking for? What made them convinced that it is their time to go for rituals? What is happening? Because this generation thinks that there's no time, there's no need to waste and go through the process. They think you can jump over because we are blenders. That is easy to blend your thing. We have fufu machines that you don't need to pound it to go through the process. Take away the things that are not important in it, add water, mix it until it becomes perfect. No, we don't need it again. We want to get what we want as easy as possible. We have the rice cookers that we need to it is easy for things to grind the way we used to grind pepper. I understand because it's a new generation. Oh, I get it. I get it. Anything you want in a computer will give it to you within a minute. Just say, whatever, Google, I'm looking for this. You get it easy. The days that people do research and they go to archives, they go to library, take time to understand the research they are doing. We have computer, we have everything that you can be in your home. It is so good to get it easy. But my dear, there are some things in life that you cannot have it easy. There are some things in life, it's not like Bill Gates giving you computer, Microsoft, for you to have it easy. There's some things like that Apple, what they have created, you cannot do it like when it comes to God. When it comes to the times of God, you cannot use your computer to get it the way you want it. He got times and seasons in his hands. That is a song by somebody. He got the times and the seasons in his hands. He has got the time. So the times of men are not the times of God. Where we have things easy. Where people don't go through the process, go to school, be educated, go through it, write exams, pass, fail. When you fail, do it again, try it again. Work for what you get, work for it. 15, 16 is not the time to even thinking about cars and thinking about money now. You have parents to take, even when your parents don't have it. We need to teach them how to be content because we, the parents, some of us don't even know how to be content. So what are we teaching our children? So it's of us to let them know the importance of time, the importance of process, the importance of working and getting it. No. Because everything has believed. We believed that it's 21st century, so you can jump over. There's a way you can maneuver your way to get it. Maneuver your way to get whatever you want. Okay? You can maneuver. You can come and insult. You can take a phone because now everybody has got a phone where you can stand there or put it there, insult, and you go free. Nobody will do anything. You may go free in the hands of men, but you not go free in the hands of God. God will deal with you because it's a time that will come that what you sow or what you are sowing, you will reap it. You can't jump when it comes to God. You can't jump over God's time, God's process, whoever you are. God's process doesn't care whether you're an archbishop. Process doesn't care whether you're a president. When it comes to God's process, it's God's process. No protocol. You can't pay to get it. And when God's time comes and he says, I'm taking your life from you, your money can't buy God. You can pay men, but you can't pay God. If you have forgotten, let me tell you, you can pay people to kill people. You can pay people to get what you want in life. Pay people to have luxury and all that you want. You can steal to get what you want. You can step on a brother or sister to get your fame. It is good.